of primitive faith.
Agbára ìgbàgbọ́ àtijọ́.
The power
Agbára
of primitive faith.
ìgbàgbọ́ àtijọ́.
Many years ago,
Lọ́pọ̀ ọdún sẹ́yìn
there was a message preached here in the early or late 90s.
ní ọ̀pọ̀ ọdún sẹ́yìn a ṣe ìwàásù kan ní
It was called Primitive Christianity.
a pè ní ìgbàgbọ́ àtijọ́.
It was telling us about the faith that was once committed unto our fathers.
Ìwàásù náà sì sọ fún wa nípa ìgbàgbọ́ tá a fi lé àwọn bàbá wa lọ́wọ́.
The faith was committed to our fathers.
A fi ìgbàgbọ́ ọ̀hún lé àwọn bàbá wa lọ́wọ́.
But down the line,
Ṣùgbọ́n bí ọjọ́ ti ń gorí ọjọ́,
we were diluting it,
à ń bomi là,
diluting it,
à ń bomi là,
diluting it,
à ń bomi là.
until we get to this present level
Títí tá a fi dé ìpele tá a wà báyìí.
where there is so much powerlessness and cowardice amongst Christians.
Tí ìwà ojo àti àìlágbára wa pọ̀ láàrin àwọn Kìrìsìtẹ́nì.
The faith that was once committed to our fathers
Ìgbàgbọ́ tá a fà lé àwọn bàbá wa lọ́wọ́.
tells us
Ó sọ fún wa
that God cannot be modernized.
pé a ò lè sọ Ọlọ́run di ẹni ìgbàlódé.
God is still the ancient of days.
Arúgbó ọjọ́ yìí ni Ọlọ́run.
But that's not what we're turning this morning.
Ìgbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kọ́ là ń lọ lówùúrọ̀ yìí.
Where we're turning is the power of primitive faith.
Ìgbọ́n bí tá à ń lọ lówùúrọ̀ yìí ni agbára tó ń bẹ nínú ìgbàgbọ́ àtijọ́.
Let's look at just two examples in scripture
Láti inú ìwé mímọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká wo àpẹẹrẹ bíi méjì.
of those who exhibited this kind of faith we're talking about.
Àwọn tó mú irú ìgbàgbọ́ tá à ń sọ yìí lò.
In Daniel chapter 3,
Ìwé Dáníẹ́lì orí kẹta.
Daniel chapter 3,
Dáníẹ́lì orí kẹta.
we read the story of the three Hebrew children.
A ó ka ìtàn àwọn ọmọkùnrin Hébérù mẹ́ta.
I take it from verse 14.
Dáníẹ́lì orí kẹta láti ẹsẹ̀ ìkẹrìnlá.
Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them,
Nebukadnesari dáhùn ó sì wí fún wọn pé.
Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego?
Òtítọ́ ni Ṣẹ́drákì, Méṣákì àti Abednego.
Do not ye serve my gods,
Pé ẹ̀yin kò sin òrìṣà mi.
nor worship the golden image you shall set up?
Ẹ kò sì tẹríba fún ère wúrà náà tí mo gbé kalẹ̀.
Now, if you be ready that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and tamar,
Ǹjẹ́ bí ẹ̀yin bá múra pé ní àkókò tí ó wù kí o ṣe tí ẹ̀yin bá gbọ́ ohun ìpè, fèrè, ápù, ìlù, orin, káàtẹ̀ àti onírúurú ìlù.
and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made.
Tí ẹ bá wólẹ̀, tí ẹ bá sì tẹríba fún ère wúrà tí mo ya,
Well, to be well with you.
ó dára.
But if you worship not,
Ṣùgbọ́n bí ẹ̀yin kò bá tẹríba,
ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of burning fiery furnace.
a ó gbé yín ní wákàtí kan náà sọ ní iná ìléru tí ń jó.
And who is that God
A ní Ọlọ́run náà
that shall deliver you out of my hands?
tí yóò sì gbà yín kúrò lọ́wọ́ mi.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered
Ṣádrakì, Méṣákì àti Abednego dáhùn.
and said to the king,
Wọ́n sì wí fún ọba pé,
O Nebuchadnezzar,
Nebukadnesari,
we are not careful
kò tọ́ sí wa
to answer thee in this matter.
láti fi èsì kan fún ọ nítorí ọ̀ràn yìí.
We have been very careful before.
Pé tẹ́lẹ̀ àti ń kíyèsára,
We have shown you plenty of respect.
a ti bọ̀wọ̀ fún ọ tẹ́lẹ̀.
You are our king. We need to talk to you cautiously and carefully.
Ìwọ lọ́ba pẹ̀lú ìkíyèsára ló yẹ ká bá ọ
But
sọ̀rọ̀.
concerning this matter,
Ṣùgbọ́n lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí
we
o,
are not careful
a ò kíyèsára rárá
to talk to you about it.
láti bá ọ sọ̀rọ̀.
If it be so,
Bí o bá rí bẹ́ẹ̀,
our God whom we serve
Ọlọ́run wa tí a
is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace,
lè gbà wá lọ́wọ́ iná ìléru náà
and he will deliver us out of thy hand, O
tí
king.
ń jó, òun ó sì gbà wá lọ́wọ́ rẹ ọba.
These men were not chicken-hearted.
Àwọn èèyàn wọ̀nyí wọ́n dáyà.
They're not like our present Christians.
Ó dàbí àwọn Kìrìsìtẹ́nì ìgbà ìsìn
They
yìí.
now say something which shows their primitive faith.
Ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n wá sọ ohun kan tó fi wọ́n pé ìgbàgbọ́ wọn ìgbàgbọ́ ẹni tó lúko
But
ni.
if not,
Ṣùgbọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́.
if that God does not deliver
Èyí
us,
pé bọ́lọ́run yẹn ò bá tiẹ̀ wá wá gbà wá wò.
be it known unto thee, O king,
Kí ó yé ọ ọba
we will not
pé àwa kì yóò sin
serve thy nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwa kì yóò sì tẹríba fún ère
So
wúrà
they told
tí
him,
wọ́n gbé kalẹ̀.
point blank,
wọ́n sọ fún un ṣàn.
you will rather burn than to burn.
ju ká tẹríba.
That is the primitive faith.
ìgbàgbọ́ àtijọ́ nìyẹn.
Primitive faith.
ìgbàgbọ́ tó luko.
Those men of old,
àwọn ẹni àtijọ́
they moved in a realm
wọ́n rìn ní ìpele kan
that modern day Christians are even struggling to understand it.
tí àwọn kìrìsìtẹ́nì òde òní ńlá kàkà láti ẹ̀ tí mo yé rẹ̀.
They have not even understood it, let alone walking in it.
kò tiẹ̀ yé wọn débi tí wọ́n lè rìn nù rẹ̀.
This is why somebody will receive a phone call,
ìdí nìyẹn tí wọ́n fi pe èèyàn kan lórí aago.
a believer.
ẹni tó jó nígbàgbọ́.
They called you on phone
wọ́n pè ọ́ lórí aago.
and say, yes,
ó sì gbé tani ó.
say, I'm a magician, I'm a witch doctor,
ó ní adáhùn ṣe lòun alálùpàídà lòun.
and I've been sent to destroy you.
wọ́n sì rán òun láti pa ọrùn.
And he began to rain incantation.
ó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pọ̀fọ̀.
And you threw away your phone and said, blood of
ó
Jesus.
wá ju aago rẹ̀ sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan kígbe ẹ̀jẹ̀ Jésù.
That is not the faith that was once delivered to us.
ìgbàgbọ́ tí wọ́n fi lé wa lọ́wọ́ kọ́ yẹn o.
The faith delivered to us.
ìgbàgbọ́ tí wọ́n fi lé wa lọ́wọ́.
You say, hear me.
yóò fẹ́ gbọ́ mi.
You, whatever name you call yourself,
orúkọ tó o bá tiẹ̀ pera rẹ̀.
within 7 days,
láàrin ọjọ́ méje.
if you don't surrender your life to Jesus,
kó bàbá ayé rẹ̀ fún Jésù.
you and your shrine,
ìwọ àti ojúbọ
your
rẹ̀
oracle,
àti ọ̀pẹ̀lẹ̀ rẹ̀.
you shall not only burn,
kì í ṣe pé ẹ máa jóná
but you'll be
nìkan.
buried alive.
ẹ máa dàgbé pè lóye ni.
That is the faith that was committed to us.
ìgbàgbọ́ tí wọ́n fi lé wa lọ́wọ́ nìyẹn.
But this is not the faith that is available now,
ṣùgbọ́n kì í ṣe ìgbàgbọ́ tá à ń rí nìyẹn.
unfortunately.
ó ṣe ní láàánú.
They say, we would rather burn than to bow.
wọ́n ló tẹ́ wọn lọ́rùn ká jóná ju ká
See,
tẹríba
the
lọ.
God whom we serve is able to deliver us from your hand and from the fiery
ọlọ́run
furnace.
tí àwa ń sìn ó lè gbà wá lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ ó sì lè gbà wá lọ́wọ́ iná ìléru rẹ̀.
But
ṣùgbọ́n
if he decides
tí o bá pinnu
that he will not deliver us today,
bóun ò ní gbà wá
we
lónìí.
still will not bow.
síbẹ̀síbẹ̀ a ò ní tẹríba.
And the king got angry.
inú wa bí ọba.
They threw them into the fire.
ẹgbẹ́ wọn sọ sínú iná.
They threw them into the fire.
wọ́n sọ wọ́n sínú iná.
And he's throwing them into the fire
sísọ wọ́n sínú iná
was the beginning of their breakthrough.
ló wá di ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ àlàjá wọn.
Because by just throwing them into that fire,
nítorí nípa sísọ wọ́n sínú iná
those men experienced 4 miracles.
àwọn ẹni yẹn wọ́n ní ìrírí iṣẹ́ ìyanu mẹ́rin.
4 miracles.
iṣẹ́ ìyanu mẹ́rin.
Number 1 miracle.
iṣẹ́ ìyanu àkọ́kọ́.
Those who went to throw them in the fire were killed by the fire.
àwọn tó lọ sọ wọ́n sínú iná yẹn lù wọ́n pa.
Number 2 miracle.
iṣẹ́ ìyanu ìkejì.
When they got into the fire,
nígbà tí wọ́n dé inú iná
their bondages broke.
ìdè wọn já.
Number 3 miracle.
iṣẹ́ ìyanu ìkẹta.
For the first time in their life,
fún ìgbà àkọ́kọ́ láyé wọn.
they saw the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords inside the fire.
wọ́n rí ọba àwọn ọba àtolúwa àwọn olúwa nínú iná yẹn.
And the 4th miracle
èyí tó kẹ́yìn.
is that not only that they did not die, the fire became air conditioner.
kì í ṣe pé wọn ò kàn kú nìkan iná wo di amúlétutù.
They came out of the fire and received promotion as prime ministers.
wọ́n jáde kúrò nínú iná wọ́n tún wá gba ìgbéga tó sọ wọ́n di ààrẹ.
They threw them into the fire.
wọ́n sọ wọ́n sínú iná.
The fire killed all those who threw them in.
iná òun pa gbogbo àwọn tó sọ wọ́n sínú iná.
Why?
kí ló fà á?
Because of the primitive nonsense, not making sense faith that they had.
nítorí irú ìgbàgbọ́ tó luko tí ò mú ọgbọ́n wá tí wọ́n ní.
Faith that shows that somebody is crude, uncivilized.
irú ìgbàgbọ́ tó ń fi hàn pé ẹni yìí ó luko kò lajú.
Crude faith.
ìgbàgbọ́ tó luko.
That kind of faith that says, well, we're not careful. We've been careful before, we're not going to be careful now.
irú ìgbàgbọ́ tí ó wù pé a ti ń kíyèsára tẹ́lẹ̀ a ò kíyèsára mọ́ o.
We also call it wild faith.
à ń pè
Wild.
ní ìgbàgbọ́ ẹhànnà.
It's gone wild faith.
ó ti ya ẹhànnà.
And God respected it.
ọlọ́run sì bọ̀wọ̀ fún.
I'm praying for somebody here.
ó ń gbàdúrà fún ẹnìkan ní.
Those who have come to throw you into the fire of tribulation,
àwọn tó wá láti jù ọ́ sínú iná ìpọ́njú.
the fire shall kill them.
iná náà yóò pa wọ́n.
and every step of your enemies.
gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ àwọn ọ̀tá rẹ.
Just like it became testimonies to those men.
gẹ́gẹ́ bó ti di ìjẹ́rìí fún àwọn
Every
ọkùnrin
step
wọ̀nyẹn.
of your enemies
gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ àti ìyànjú
shall become your testimonies.
yóò di
Shall
ìjẹ́rìí
become your testimonies. Shall become your testimonies. Shall become your
yóò di
testimonies.
ìjẹ́rìí rẹ.
Shall become your
yóò di
testimonies.
ìjẹ́rìí rẹ.
And all those mockers
gbogbo àwọn apẹ̀gàn
who are trying to stop you in the journey of your breakthrough,
tí wọ́n fẹ́ dá ọ lẹ́kun nínú ìrìn àjò àlàjá rẹ.
they shall become your servants.
ó di ẹrú rẹ.
Your amen is not loud enough.
èyí fúyẹ́.
Because of their primitive faith.
nítorí ìgbàgbọ́ tó luko tí wọ́n ní.
See what happened to this man.
ẹ wo ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí àwọn ọkùnrin mẹ́rin.
Woe to God
ọlọ́run ìbàjẹ́.
that we have Christians like that today.
ká nírú àwọn kìrìsìtẹ́nì bẹ́ẹ̀
And
lónìí.
Christianity will be a different thing altogether.
ìrèje kìrìsìtẹ́nì yóò wá di nǹkan tó yàtọ̀ pátápátá.
Rather, we have people
kàkà bẹ́ẹ̀ a ní àwọn ènìyàn.
who, instead of building up their faith
dépò kí wọ́n mú kí ìgbàgbọ́ wọn dàgbà sí
to become super confident,
láti di ẹni tó ní ìgboyà.
they still struggling
wọ́n yìí ńlá kàkà
to be free from fornication,
láti bọ́ lọ́wọ́ àgbèrè.
to be
wọ́n ńlá
free
kàkà
from gossip,
láti bọ́ lọ́wọ́ èké ṣíṣe.
to be free from those things that the early Christians consider as kindergarten in the school of faith.
láti bọ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé àwọn ẹni àìṣáájú nínú ìgbàgbọ́ kà sí nǹkan jẹ́lẹ́sìnmi nílé ẹ̀kọ́ ìgbàgbọ́.
This is the truth.
òtítọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ rí.
In Matthew chapter 17,
Mátíù orí kẹtàdínlógún.
Matthew chapter 17,
Mátíù orí kẹtàdínlógún.
look at what it says in verse 20.
ẹ wo ẹsẹ̀ ogún.
Matthew 17:20.
Mátíù orí kẹtàdínlógún ẹsẹ̀ ogún.
And Jesus said unto them,
Jésù sì wí fún wọn pé.
no, look at verse 19 first.
ẹ wo ẹsẹ̀
Put it in
kọkàndínlógún
proper
náà.
context. Then came the disciples to Jesus apart
nígbà náà ni àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀yìn Jésù tọ̀ ọ́ wá lẹ́yìn.
and said, why could we not cast him out?
wọ́n bi pé èé ṣe tí àwa kò fi lè lé jáde.
They were trying to cast out a demon.
wọ́n fẹ́ lé ẹ̀mí èṣù kan jáde.
They did not succeed.
ṣùgbọ́n kò gbà.
They now asked Jesus,
wọ́n á bi Jésù.
why could we not cast him out?
kí ló dé tá ò fi rí ilé jáde.
Jesus said unto them,
Jésù sì wí fún wọn pé.
because of your unbelief.
nítorí tí ìgbàgbọ́ yín kéré ni.
For verily I say unto you,
lóòótọ́ ni mo wí fún yín.
if you have faith as a grain of mustard seed,
bí ẹ̀yin bá ní ìgbàgbọ́ bí hóró irúgbìn mọ́sítádì.
ye shall say unto this mountain,
ẹ̀yin ó sọ fún òkè yìí pé.
remove hence
ṣí níyìn
to yonder place,
lọ sí ọ̀hún.
and it shall remove,
yóò sì ṣí.
and nothing shall be impossible unto you.
kò sì sí ohun kan tí ẹ kì yóò lè ṣe.
This is what the Bible says.
ohun tí bíbélì
That faith.
nípa ìgbàgbọ́.
Beloved,
ará
listen to me carefully.
tẹ́tí gbọ́ mi dáadáa.
There is an urgent cry.
igbe kọ́mọ́nkóbó kan wà
Christians
fún àwọn kìrìsìtẹ́nì
to change their sit down and look attitude in prayers.
láti yí padà kúrò nínú ìran jókòó máa wòran níbi àdúrà.
We pray for God to make our situations better.
à ń gbàdúrà pé kọ́lọ́run jẹ́ kọ́rọ̀ wa ó sunwọ̀n sí i.
And if He does not step in immediately,
bí ò bá sì tètè dá sí i.
we throw up our hands and say, I give up.
àwa sọ retí nù a sọ pé wo ó tán náà nìyẹn.
I give up.
mo sọ retí nù.
I've tried.
mo ti gbìyànjú tó.
I've done deliverance.
mo ti ṣe ìtúsílẹ̀.
I've done vigils.
mo ti ṣòṣòro.
I've fasted. So
mo ti gbàwẹ̀.
what is going to be? Let it be. I give
òun
up.
bá fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ kó ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn.
This is very, very much unlike our Master Jesus Christ.
eléyìí yóò máa dàbí ti olúwa wa Jésù Kristi.
Many of us believers have not followed Jesus into the upper room.
púpọ̀ nínú àwa onígbàgbọ́ la ò tí ì tẹ̀lé Jésù wọ yàrá òkè.
No, many of us have not really. We don't really understand following Jesus into the upper room.
púpọ̀ nínú wa ni òye ò tí ì yé nípa ohun tó jẹ́ títẹ̀lé Jésù wọ yàrá òkè.
Jesus spent long nights in prayer.
Jésù ń lo ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ òru tó gùn nínú àdúrà.
Do not.
àwa ò ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀.
Yes or no?
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́.
He spent long nights in prayer.
òun lo ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ òru gúngùn nínú àdúrà.
We do not.
àwa kò ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀.
You.
ìwọ.
You spend night watching film. Am I
àbòmáwòrán ló fi ń wò.
correct?
àbí irọ́ ni mo pa ni.
Spend your night on Facebook.
ó ń lo òru tirẹ̀ lórí Facebook.
Is that not correct?
àbí lórí ni.
And then you are saying,
ó wá ní.
why is the devil raging against me?
ìṣe tí èṣù fi ń lúnú sí mi.
Jésù
ọ̀gá wa.
long nights.
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀
Nights
òru tó gùn
in prayer.
nínú àdúrà.
We do not.
àwa kò ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀.
Jesus aggressively confronted demons.
Jésù Kristi a máa agbára kó ẹ̀mí èṣù lójú.
Many of us are actually afraid of demons.
púpọ̀ nínú wa àwọn ń bẹ̀rù àwọn ẹ̀mí èṣù ni.
Afraid.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
All kinds of things.
oríṣiríṣi nǹkan.
I think it was 1994.
lọ́dún 1994
Auditorium area.
gbọ̀ngàn àkọ́kọ́ mi
What auditorium?
eléyìí nìkan.
Last evening,
ní ìrọ̀lẹ́ ọjọ́ náà
I began to talk
sọ̀rọ̀ nípa
about dealing with soul players,
dídojúkọ àwọn oníṣòwò
soul hunters.
àti àwọn adọ́dẹ ọkàn.
We call your first prayer,
àpẹẹrẹ àdúrà àkọ́kọ́
which I'm about to call now.
kò fẹ́ pè báyìí o.
And everybody began to pray.
gbogbo èèyàn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbàdúrà.
When I said, in Jesus' name we pray,
nígbà tí mo ní orúkọ Jésù lágbàdúrà.
somebody in this corner
obìnrin kan ní kọ̀rọ̀ kan
shouted,
ó bá kígbe.
mo wá mẹ́jẹ o.
I came to drink blood.
When the people around her heard
nígbà tó wà náà yíká rẹ̀ gbọ́
that she had come to drink blood,
kó wá méje ni.
feel that place.
láàrin ìṣẹ́jú àyà ilẹ̀ ti mú níbẹ̀.
They all ran away.
gbogbo sẹ́jà ni.
Nobody could say no.
ìṣàtò lè wé rárá o.
You might have been said there to drink
ó
blood.
yá wọn náà wá mú ẹ̀jẹ̀ nítòótọ́.
It is minus me.
ṣùgbọ́n kò wá débi òsì bẹ̀. ló bá àwọn ìyá.
Jesus
Jésù
is someone
ó kọ ní ìjẹ́gbé.
he resisted to the point of exhaustion.
ó dojú ìjà kọ ìdẹ́wò. pé ó rẹ̀.
But we fold our hands.
ṣùgbọ́n ṣe làwa káwọ́ gbéra.
I don't know. Something just came over me.
bí kíní kan kàn balẹ̀ mi ni.
I don't know what came over me.
mi ò lè ṣàlàyé nǹkan tó balẹ̀ mi.
I'm sorry.
má bínú.
I don't know. I tried, but
mi ò mọ̀ mo gbìyànjú.
I didn't know what I was doing.
mi ò mọ ohun tí mò ń ṣe ni.
Relation people like that.
àwọn èèyàn ìran yìí ló máa ń sọrú ẹ̀.
Why they are saying, I don't know what came over me.
nígbà tó sọ pé òun ò mọ ohun tó
I don't know what happened.
mi ò mọ ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀.
Came over
ohun tó balẹ̀ ọ.
you.
ìwọ
Is it
ọmọbìnrin tó dọ́kọ̀ ó wọnú yàrá
the man?
pẹ̀lú ọkùnrin
You lock up the door
ẹ tilẹ̀kùn
and you say you didn't know what came over.
ó sì lé òmò nǹkan tó balẹ̀ ọ.
When heaven heard this kind of thing,
nígbà tí ọ̀run bá gbọ́rú ọ̀rọ̀ rádaràda
heavens cry.
ọ̀run á máa sunkún ni.
What a pity.
ó máa ṣe o.
These are the people upon whose life Jesus shed his blood.
ṣé àwọn tí Jésù ta ẹ̀jẹ̀ rẹ̀ lẹ̀ fún náà rèé.
Jesus shed his blood on them.
Jésù ta ẹ̀jẹ̀ rẹ̀ sílẹ̀ fún wọn.
This is why our faith is not like the faith of those people.
ìdí nìyẹn tí ìgbàgbọ́ kò fi dàbí ìgbàgbọ́ àwọn ẹni ìṣáájú.
I was invited to a campus crusade
wọ́n pè mí sí ìsọjí nílé ẹ̀kọ́ yunifásitì
as a
kan
guest speaker.
láti wá bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀.
And so they did very powerful praise worship.
wọ́n ṣe àpò orin ìjọsìn àti orin ìyìn tó lágbára.
Powerful praise worship. The whole place was upside down with the praise worship.
nígbà tí wọ́n ìyìn àti ìjọsìn gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ dàrú.
Those who were carrying their chairs were carrying their
àwọn
chairs.
tó gbé àga sókè wọ́n gbé àga sókè.
Were crying, were
àwọn
crying
tó ń sọkún wọ́n ń sọkún.
as the powerful praise worship.
bí orin ìsìn àti ìjọsìn ọ̀hún ṣe
And
lágbára tó.
then they now gave me the microphone.
wọ́n á gbé gbòǹgbò èmi lọ́wọ́.
Before I could even speak one sentence,
kí n tiẹ̀ tó sọ ọ̀rọ̀ kan ṣó.
there was a prophecy from the back.
àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ jáde láti ẹ̀yìn.
Right, my son,
ọmọ mi
my son,
ọmọ mi
you are welcome to this meeting.
ó káàbọ̀ sí ìpàdé o.
It's God that brought you here.
ọlọ́run ló mú ọ wá sí i.
But before you begin to speak,
ṣùgbọ́n kó tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ̀rọ̀
let me tell you
jẹ́ kí n wí fún ọ.
that there is somebody here
ẹnìkan wà níyìn
who has just finished fornication and is in this meeting.
tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ àgbẹ̀tàn ó sì wà nínú ìpàdé yìí.
In fact, he just left the fornication place. Now my son is here.
kódà ó ṣe kúrò ń bẹ ni ọmọ mi ó wà ń bí o.
My son, the person will die in 7 days.
ọmọ mi onítọ̀hún yóò kú láàrin ọjọ́ méje.
Unless you pray for him.
kó o bá gbàdúrà fún.
That's what welcomed me.
ohun tí wọ́n fi kí mi káàbọ̀ nìyẹn.
So what should I do now?
kí ni kémi wá ṣe.
I did the most reasonable thing to do.
èmi náà bá ṣe nǹkan tó mọ́gbọ́n wá ní ìtìrú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn wáyé.
I was not the one that prophesied.
èmi kúkọ́ ni mo sọ tẹ́lẹ̀.
I did not even see him.
mi ò tiẹ̀ rí ẹni tó
But
ń
here
sọ
was the
tẹ́lẹ̀.
prophecy, the word of God.
ọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́run rẹ̀ àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ ló jáde
So I
yìí.
took the microphone.
mo bá
I said, well,
mo ní ó dá
you are here
bó o bá wà ń bí
and you have just finished fornicating
tó o sì ṣe parí àgbèrè tán
and you are in this program.
o sì ń bẹ nínú ìpàdé yìí.
Remember,
náà
the theme of the program is holiness unto the Lord.
àkórí ìpàdé ọ̀hún sì ni ìwà mímọ́ sí olúwa.
Find your way to the front now.
máa bọ̀ nínú pẹpẹ
Let me
báyìí.
pray for you like the prophecy said,
kí n gbàdúrà fún ọ bí àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ ṣe rí o.
so that you don't die in 7
kó
days.
má bàa kú láàrin ọjọ́ méje.
Beloved,
ara
if you drop a pin
bẹ́ẹ̀ bá sọ abẹ́rẹ́ sílẹ̀
here,
gbogbo èèyàn ni yóò gbọ́ kó
place
jábọ́.
went deadly silent.
ibẹ̀ dákẹ́ wẹ́lò.
I said, all eyes closed.
kí gbogbo ènìyàn díjú wọn.
Mind your business and bow down your heads.
rántí ara rẹ kó sì tẹríba.
So we waited.
abadúró
1 minute,
ìṣẹ́jú kìíní
2 minutes.
ìṣẹ́jú kejì
After about 3 minutes,
lẹ́yìn ìṣẹ́jú mẹ́ta
saw a brother
mo bá rí arákùnrin kan
crawling to the front
ó bá ń rá wá síwájú
as if his legs were iron.
bí ẹni pé ẹsẹ̀ rẹ̀ ti di irin.
Was moving sluggishly
lọ́ọ̀bọ̀ ṣá
to the front here.
síwájú.
I looked at him well.
mo wò ó dáadáa.
He was the first person to carry.
òun lẹ́ni àkọ́kọ́ tó gbé àgàrù.
Aya, that is your name. First person came out.
ó jáde wá.
I said, is it true?
ní tí ó tọ́ ni.
Then
ó wá sọ ohun kan
which shocked me.
tó ṣe mí ní kàyéfì.
Sir, I'm sorry, sir.
ẹ má bínú alàgbà.
I'm very, very sorry.
ẹ má bínú sí mi.
I was forced.
wọ́n fi pa mú mi ni. ní àá.
You were forced.
wọ́n fi pa mú ọ.
You mean you were raped?
ṣé pé wọ́n pápá lò ló ń sọ.
A man.
ìwọ ọkùnrin.
Kneel down, just kneel down. Don't worry.
ṣé àkúnlẹ̀ máa ń lójọ́ mọ́.
Don't worry. When heaven sees such things,
nígbà tí ọ̀run bá rí irú nǹkan
the
bẹ́ẹ̀.
angels break down and cry.
àwọn áńgẹ́lì á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í sọkún.
And these are the people
bí àwọn náà rí
upon whom his blood was shed.
tí a torí rẹ̀ ta ẹ̀jẹ̀ rẹ̀ sílẹ̀.
This is why.
ìdí
Before he died on the cross,
kó tó lórí àgbélébù.
before, in the time past, he died on the cross.
ní àtijọ́ okun lórí àgbélébù.
When he's coming now,
nígbà tó bá ń padà bọ̀
he's
nísinsìnyí.
going to hold the cross like a sword.
yóò wá mú àgbélébù dání bí ẹni bí idà.
Pull it out.
yóò fà á tu.
The cross becomes a sword.
àgbélébù yóò wí idà.
Jesus
Jésù
blasted money changers
ó bá àwọn onípàṣípàrọ̀ owó
and threw their tables away.
ó sì taari tábìlì wọn sọnù.
But we just allow evil to thrive around us.
ṣùgbọ́n àwa kan fi àyè gba ebi láti máa gbilẹ̀ sí láyìíká wa.
We allow evil to just exist around us.
à ń jẹ́ kí ibi kó máa bá wa gbé.
Jesus sweated blood.
Jésù Kristi ó sun ẹ̀jẹ̀
One agonizing night in the Garden of Gethsemane.
ní òru ìrora ní ọgbà Gẹ́símánì. àwa
We sleep and slumber
à ń sùn a sì ń gbé.
and claim there is no breakthrough
àwa ní kò sálájà
and claim the problem.
a ní ìṣòro wà.
Jesus insisted
Jésù tẹnu mọ́
that mountains must move.
pé àwọn òkè gbọ́dọ̀ ṣídìí.
We
àwa
say, what's gonna be is gonna be.
ẹni ohun tí ó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ náà ni ó kúkú ṣẹlẹ̀.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be.
ohun tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ náà la kú ṣẹlẹ̀.
This is a serious situation.
tó lé ní.
The people with primitive faith,
àwọn tí ìgbàgbọ́ wọn lúko.
they believe that everything they have
wọ́n gbàgbọ́ pé gbogbo ohun tí wọ́n ní
belongs to God.
Ọlọ́run ló ní.
So they can God everything.
nítorí náà wọ́n lè fi gbogbo nǹkan fún Ọlọ́run.
They believe
wọ́n gbàgbọ́
that whatsoever to God
pé ohun gbogbo táwọn bá fi fún Ọlọ́run.
What the Bible calls tithe is just the minimum.
Ìdá mẹ́wàá tí Bíbélì sọ yẹn èyí tó kéré jù nú ẹ̀.
Minimum.
Tó kéré jù.
And there is nowhere in the Bible
kò sì sí ibi kankan nínú Bíbélì
where the Bible makes it compulsory
tí Bíbélì fi sọ ọ́ di dandan
for you to pay tithe,
pé kò san ìdá mẹ́wàá,
for you to pay,
kò san ọrẹ,
for you to do first fruit.
kò san àkọ́so.
It's not compulsory.
Kì í ṣe dandan o.
It's a personal decision.
Ìpinnu inú rẹ ni.
If the Bible says, "Oh, if you do this, I open the windows of heaven,"
Tí Bíbélì bá sọ pé bó bá ṣe ilé èmi á ṣí fèrèsé ọ̀run.
and you don't want any window open,
Tí wo bá sì fẹ́ kí fèrèsé kankan
oh,
ṣí,
you don't pay, no problem.
má san kò lé,
No problem. Yeah, don't pay.
má san.
But those who are moving with God,
Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn tó ń bá Ọlọ́run rìn,
they have grown
wọ́n ti dàgbà
beyond tithes.
kọjá ìpele ìdá mẹ́wàá.
50%,
Àwọn ìdá mẹ́ta
25%.
ń san ìdá márùn-ún-ní-ọgọ́rin, ẹlòmíràn san ìdá mẹ́sàn-án nínú mẹ́wàá.
And God is blessing them.
Ọlọ́run sì ń bùkún wọn.
Because the apostles too took offering
Nítorí àwọn àpọ́sítélì pàápàá rẹ̀
so that the work of God can go on.
kí iṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run bá lè tẹ̀síwájú.
So if you sow sparingly,
Bó bá fúrúgbìn kíún,
you reap sparingly.
ó kórè kíún.
You sow bountifully,
Bó bá fúrúgbìn lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́,
you reap bountifully.
ìwọ náà yóò kórè
And
rẹ́rẹ́.
if you think that the pastors are going to steal your money,
Bó bá wá rò lọ́kàn ara rẹ olùṣọ́àgùtàn yẹn yóò jí owó rẹ.
and I'm not saying pastors don't steal,
Mo sọ pé àwọn olùṣọ́àgùtàn kì í jí nǹkan o, àwọn olùṣọ́àgùtàn ń jí.
that's why the hand that you used to steal your master's money, you cannot lay the same hands on the sick and the sick will recover. It's not possible.
Ìdí nìyẹn tí òfin ṣe é ṣe pé ọwọ́ tó gbé tó fi ń jí owó olúwa rẹ tó bá gbé lé olókùnrùn, ara olókùnrùn yẹn ò lè dá.
They do.
Wọ́n ń ṣe.
If you know that, well, they will steal my money.
Lọ́nà kan wọ́n á jò mí, wọ́n á jówó mi.
No problem at all.
Ìyẹn náà ò lè
Just take your money.
mú owó rẹ.
Look for the address of the Almighty.
Lọ wá àdírẹ́sì ilé Ọlọ́run.
Go there.
Kó lọ lé Ọlọ́run.
Hand him over to him
Kó
personally.
lọ fi owó ilé Ọlọ́run lọ́wọ́ fúnra rẹ.
Just make sure you do it.
Rí i dájú kó ṣàfi lé lọ́wọ́.
That is all.
Kò burú.
Many of you don't know
Ọ̀pọ̀ yín ni ò mọ̀.
that when the Viking of Fire and Miracle Spirit just started, we don't even take them.
Pé nígbà tí orí òkè náà ti ṣe ìyanu kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ a kì í gbọ́ rẹ.
But we now notice that people have to be blessed.
Ṣùgbọ́n wá kíyèsí pé àwọn èèyàn nílò láti gba ìbùkún.
That is why it is done.
Ìdí nìyẹn tá a fi ń gbà á.
The primitive faith handed over to us
Ìgbàgbọ́ àtijọ́ tí a fi lé wa lọ́wọ́.
does not mind everything he or she has to go.
Kò náání àti gbogbo tóun ní lélẹ̀ fún Ọlọ́run.
Just insisted
Jésù tẹnu mọ́.
that faith must be risky.
Ṣé ìgbàgbọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ nǹkan tó léwu?
That's what he said.
Ohun tó sọ nìyẹn.
But we want to see before we believe.
Ṣùgbọ́n àwa bẹ́ẹ̀ rí ká tó gbàgbọ́.
Jesus insisted
Jésù tẹnu mọ́
that prayers must be persistent.
pé a gbọ́dọ̀ máa tẹnu mọ́ àdúrà lemọ́lemọ́.
We give up after some feeble efforts.
Ṣùgbọ́n àwa lẹ́yìn tá a bá ti gbìyànjú díẹ̀, a kàn sọ̀rọ̀ ìtínú ni.
See, when we pray into this 31st,
A bá gbàdúrà wọ ọjọ́ kọkànlélọ́gbọ̀n yìí.
beginning from 7th of January to 7th of February again, everybody in Mountain of Fire worldwide will be doing 15 minutes vigil every night. To 15, 12 to 15,
Láti ọjọ́
12 to 12, 15, 15 minutes, 12 to 12, 15, midnight to 15, for 7th January to 7th February.
Láti ọjọ́ keje oṣù kejì ọjọ́ keje oṣù kejì gbogbo wa lórí òkè náà ti ṣe ìyá a máa ṣe ìṣòro oníṣẹ́jú márùndínlógún lójoojúmọ́ ní àkókò yẹn. Aago méjìlá di aago méjìlá ó kọjá ìṣẹ́jú márùndínlógún. Aago méjìlá òru di aago méjìlá kọjá ìṣẹ́jú mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dógún.
Fasting is not of now.
Kò nílò àwẹ̀.
What you are fasting from now is from sleep.
Oorun làwẹ̀ tó ń gbà nísìn.
12 to 12:15.
Aago méjìlá sí aago méjìlá kọjá ìṣẹ́jú
Jesus insisted that prayer must be persistent.
Jésù mú ìdúró pé àdúrà gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ohun lemọ́lemọ́.
We give up after some feeble
Ìgbà
efforts.
táwa bá ti gbìyànjú ẹ̀ àkànṣọ retí nù.
Jesus did not put up with only trespass.
Jésù ò fàyè gba àwọn tó ń ta fèlèfèlè nínú àìmọ́.
But we rub shoulders with witches and wizards.
Ṣùgbọ́n àwa àtàwọn oṣù àtàjẹ́ àwa ń fi gagbára báyìí àdẹ́gbẹ́.
Some of the young men are even sleeping with queen of the hills, sleeping with marine girls, sleeping with serpents in the campus.
Àwọn ọ̀dọ́kùnrin púpọ̀ ni wọ́n nísìn wọ́n ń bá aya ọba omi láṣepọ̀. Wọ́n ń bá àwọn ọmọ iyemọja wọ́n ń bá wọn láṣepọ̀. nínú ilé ẹ̀kọ́ fásitì.
The fact that you are a lady, Christian girl, you are sleeping with a wizard.
pé o jẹ́ ọmọbìnrin kìrìsìtẹ́nì ò ń bá oṣó lájọṣepọ̀.
Christian boy, you are sleeping with a witch.
ọmọdékùnrin kìrìsìtẹ́nì ò ń bá àjẹ́ láṣepọ̀.
And you don't know.
o sì mọ̀.
It is a disgrace to your salvation.
ìtìjú àti ìwọ̀sí gbà ní fún ìgbàlà rẹ.
You rubbing shoulders with those kind of people.
ò wá ń fìdí gbòdì pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn yẹn.
And they don't know the God whom you serve.
wọn ò sì mọ ọlọ́run tó ń sìn.
It is doubtful whether you are on your way to heaven.
ó jẹ́ ohun tí ò dájú bóyá òun lọ sọ́run.
And your salvation has to be seriously.
a sì ní láti ṣe àtúnyẹ̀wò ìgbàlà rẹ.
Seriously
a
question.
ní láti ṣe àtúnyẹ̀wò rẹ̀.
And it's a serious matter.
ọ̀rọ̀ tó le.
Listen to me and listen really well.
gbọ́ mi kó o sì gbọ́ mi pẹ̀lú etí inú àti etí òde.
There is a kind of faith
irú ìgbàgbọ́ kan wà.
that refuses to back down.
máa ń kọ̀ láti padà sẹ́yìn.
This kind of faith is allowed in scripture.
irú ìgbàgbọ́ ìyàyé wà fún nípasẹ̀ ìwé mímọ́.
This kind of pretty faith is honored in scripture.
irú ìgbàgbọ́ tó lúko yìí ìwé mímọ́ fi ọ̀wọ̀ fún.
This kind of faith is rewarded in scripture.
irú ìgbàgbọ́ yìí ìwé mímọ́ san ní lẹ́san fún.
This kind of faith is celebrated in scripture.
irú ìgbàgbọ́ yìí ìwé mímọ́ ó
This
ṣàjọyọ̀
kind
rẹ̀.
of faith is expected in scripture.
irú ìgbàgbọ́ yìí ìwé mímọ́ ń retí
There
rẹ̀.
is nowhere in the Bible
kò sí ibi kankan nínú bíbélì
where we are instructed to accept the devil dishes out.
tí a ti pa á láṣẹ fún wa pé ohun tó ṣùgbọ́n bá ọ kò tẹ́wọ́ gbà á.
Once you give, just accept it.
pé ohun tó bá ti gbé sí ọlá kata kò gbà á
Just
náà
accept it.
kò kàn gbà á bẹ́ẹ̀ náà.
There is nowhere in scripture
kò síbi kankan nínú ìwé mímọ́.
where we are instructed to be doormats for others to just trample upon us
tá a ti
anyhow.
sọ fún wa pé ká sọra wa di aṣọ ìnulẹ̀ táwọn èèyàn á máa tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ bó bá ti wù wọ́n.
Men may not like you.
àwọn èèyàn rẹ
Men argue with you.
àwọn èèyàn lè bá ọ jiyàn.
Men may dismiss your argument.
àwọn ènìyàn lè dá ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ nù.
Men may pull you down physically.
àwọn ènìyàn lè fà ọ́ lulẹ̀ nípa tara.
But when you get on your knees,
ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tó bá wólẹ̀ lórí eékún rẹ
they are powerless.
kò ní ara kankan.
There's nothing you cannot do on those knees.
nígbà tó bá wà lórí eékún kò sóhun tó lè ṣe.
There is nowhere in scripture
kò síbi kankan ìwé mímọ́.
where we are exhorted to tolerate insults by the powers of darkness.
tá a ti gbà wá níyànjú pé ká fara gba ìwọ̀sí láti ọwọ́ àwọn
Insults by
òkùnkùn.
the powers of darkness.
ìwọ̀sí láti ọwọ́ àwọn agbára òkùnkùn.
Some time ago,
nígbà kan rí
they employed one house to our family.
wọ́n gba ọmọbìnrin kan gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ sínú ilé wa.
In the middle of the night,
lóru
she'll be talking.
a máa sọ̀rọ̀
We'll be hearing her voice in our room.
ní yàrá wa a sì máa gbóhùn rẹ̀.
She's talking.
ó ń sọ̀rọ̀.
We rush there.
a bá súré débẹ̀.
We'll find that she's fast asleep,
àríkó ti sùn.
but she's talking.
síbẹ̀ sí ń sọ̀rọ̀.
She did it day one.
ó ṣe lọ́jọ́ kìíní.
I thought it was because she was new.
mo lérò pé torí ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ dé ni.
She did it day two.
ṣe lọ́jọ́ kejì.
I called her.
mo bá mo
If
bí
I hear
mo bá tún gbọ́
those discussions again,
ẹjọ́ wẹ́wẹ́ kan lóru.
both you
àti wọ́n
and the people you are discussing with,
àtàwọn tó ń bá rojọ́
they will state.
ẹ ó jò lọ́nu.
Your skin is still light.
ó máa yí pupa báyìí.
It will become very dark.
yóò dúdú láìpẹ́ yìí.
You know what?
ǹjẹ́ jẹ́ mọ̀ pé
I never had any discussion again.
mi tún gbọ́ kó ṣàwùyẹ̀wò lóru mọ́.
I'm praying for you.
mo ń gbàdúrà fún ọ.
The power that cannot be insulted.
agbára tí ò ṣe é rí fín.
Faith that cannot be rubbished.
ìgbàgbọ́ tí ò ṣe é lọ dìdàkudà.
Power that cannot be rubbished.
agbára tí wọn lè pẹ̀gàn.
Right there where you are.
níbi tó wà yìí.
Receive it in the name of Jesus. Receive it. 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 Receive it in the name of Jesus. Receive it in the name of Jesus.
ẹ dìde dúró.
Then we pray that day.
àdúrà tá a gbà lọ́jọ́ yẹn lọ.
And that woman was shouting.
tóbìnrin yẹn wá kígbe ní kọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
You want to pray it
ó gbà.
and don't negotiate.
má dúrà.
Don't negotiate.
má dúnàdúrà.
Anointing enemies.
láti ṣẹ̀rù bá àwọn ọ̀tá mi.
Is that the loudest you can shout it?
o lè gbé sókè jù yẹn lọ ni. èmi báyìí
Jesus.
ní orúkọ Jésù.
Name we pray.
lórúkọ Jésù la gbàdúrà.
Sit.
ẹ jókòó.
Thank you.
ẹ ṣe púpọ̀.
It was at Yaba bus stop.
níbùdókọ̀ Yaba
I saw this.
mo rí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí.
Some of you have had me share it.
ó ṣeé ṣe kẹ́lòmíràn nínú yín ti gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi rí.
Heavily pregnant woman
ọkàn tó yíwo rẹ̀ jọ tẹni tó bí tènítọ̀la.
was trying to cross the railway line.
ó fẹ́ sọdá lórí ọ̀nà ọkọ̀ ojú irin.
She didn't know that Shango worshippers, those people who worship thunder, they were coming.
kò mọ̀ pé àwọn oníṣàngó ń bọ̀.
And if she wanted to buy something, she wasn't looking at where she was going.
bóyá ó fẹ́ ra àwọn ni kò ṣe àkọjú sọ́nà ibi tó ń lọ.
So she bumped into one of them.
ó kọlù kan nu wọn.
And whatever the person was having fell down.
tí onítọ̀ ń gbé dání ó wá jábọ́.
And this Shango worshipper was very angry.
oníṣàngó ìbá bínú.
The woman apologized.
obìnrin àwọn oníkú má bínú.
So what apology?
ó ní ẹ̀bẹ̀ kìlò mẹ́.
Apology.
ẹ̀bẹ̀ kìlò mẹ́.
Why were you not looking at where you were
kí
going?
ni dé tó wo ibi tó ń lọ.
I will teach you a lesson.
ó kọ́ ọ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
Put his hand inside his bladder cloth.
ó bá ti ọwọ́ bọ inú aṣọ.
Brought out a horn.
ó bá yọ ìwo
Horn.
àfọ̀ṣẹ.
And began incantation.
ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pọ̀fọ̀.
And you know Nigeria, the
ẹni
Gauchos,
mọ̀ pé àwọn ará Èkó.
even if two cocks,
bákùkọ méjì ń bára wọn jà.
they will gather.
wọ́n á gboyin wọn ká.
They were gathered already.
wọ́n á tó.
So I say, ha, what an unlucky woman.
obìnrin máa ṣe oríwo.
So in the morning,
láàárọ̀ kùtùkùtù máa ṣe o.
say, Madam, beg them,
arábìnrin bímọ. ó ní mo ti bẹ̀ wọ́n.
but he is not agreeing.
kò gbà ní.
No.
rárá o.
One incantation.
ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pọ̀fọ̀ lọ. ó ń pọ̀fọ̀ lọ.
At a stage in the incantation,
nígbà tó pọ̀fọ̀ débi kan.
life.
ojúkọ ojú.
At Yaba bus stop,
ibùdókọ̀ Yaba.
fire
iná
was coming out to the mouth of the man.
bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí jáde lẹ́nu
Anybody
oníṣàngó.
who says there is no power of darkness, I just deceive yourself.
ẹni bá sọ pé kò ságbára òkùnkùn ń tọ́ra rẹ̀ dànù ní o.
The Bible says they exist.
bíbélì sọ pé wọ́n wà.
Fire.
iná.
At that level, even those that scattered, they ran away.
nígbà tó ń rí iná lẹ́nu ara àwọn èrò wòran fẹsẹ̀ fẹ́.
The woman now looked
obìnrin yìí wá wò ó.
and she said,
ó sì ní.
I have apologized to you. And I did not apologize.
olóò.
Therefore, nítorí in the name of Jesus, Olúwa, this fire burning in your mouth,
kí o lẹ́nu rẹ̀.
I quench it.
mo pa.
And the fire make
ṣe wẹ́lu.
ìyá o.
grandma.
He was now hailing her.
ó wá ń sá.
Not knowing that he had greater power.
pé òun ní agbára tó ju tọ̀dọ̀ òun lọ.
I'm praying for somebody.
ó ń gbàdúrà fún ẹni níbi.
Your words
ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ.
shall silence your enemy. Your words silence your enemy. Your words silence your enemy. Your words shall silence your enemy. Your words silence your enemy. Your words shall silence your enemy. Your words shall silence your enemy. Your words shall silence your enemy.
bíbélì.
where we are instructed to accept what the devil is just throwing at us.
ṣáà ti sọ fún wa ká gba gbogbo nǹkan tó èṣù bá dà sí wa lára.
If you are in mountain of fire,
kò bá lórí òkè iná.
there is a covenant
má jẹ́ mú kan wà
with mountain of fire.
pẹ̀lú orí òkè iná.
You do not know, but I know.
o lè má mọ̀ ṣé mi mọ̀.
The God of mountain of fire and miracles
ọlọ́run iléeṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ orí òkè náà ti ṣe ìyanu.
has zero tolerance
kò fààyè gba
for any harassing a true member.
ọ̀tá kankan tó máa dúnkokò mọ́ ọmọ orí òkè náà.
Zero activity to zero.
fààyè sílẹ̀ mú wọn rárá.
Unless you don't listen to our teachings.
àbí tó o bá tẹ́tí bá àwọn ẹ̀rọ
Unless you
àwọn
don't obey our instructions.
tó kì í gbọ́ àwọn àṣẹ tá a bá pa fún ọ.
Unless our own those are not serious.
ìjọba jẹ́ ọ̀kan nínú àwọn tí ó mú ṣe ní
True member of MFM.
tó bá ti jú lówó ọmọ orí òkè náà.
The God of MFM has zero tolerance.
ọlọ́run orí òkè náà kò fààyè gbà á rárá.
Any harassing a true member.
ọ̀tá kankan kó máa halẹ̀ mọ́ ọmọ ọlọ́run.
Any native doctor, which doctor who wants to die,
babaláwo kí babaláwo àbádáhùn ṣe kádáhùn ṣe tó fẹ́ fi kú ṣe fàjẹ́.
does not need to drink poison.
kò nílò májèlé láti gbé mu.
Just let him begin to harass MFM
jẹ́
member.
kó máa dààmú ọmọ orí òkè náà nù.
And you see what happens.
kí ẹ máa wá wo ohun tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí.
That is position.
ìdúró ọlọ́run yẹn.
And there is a lot of biblical support
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àtìlẹ́yìn sí wà fọ́nrọ̀ yìí ní
for this
bíbélì.
kind of primitive faith position.
fún ìdúró ìgbàgbọ́ tó lájú yìí.
I want you to understand that very, very well.
kò fẹ́ kí lè kéde yìí dáadáa.
Blind Bartimaeus,
bátímẹ́wò àwọn
he kept shouting loudly.
ó sàn kíbò tí
His loudness annoyed the disciples of Jesus.
kò sí rẹ̀ yìí pọ̀ débi pé ó bí àpẹẹrẹ Jésù.
But what
ìgbọ́ kí ni Jésù ṣe sí i.
commended him?
ó kàn sára sí i.
Yeah, he commended
ó kàn sára sí i.
exactly the kind of faith he wants.
ṣé nínú ìgbàgbọ́ tí mò ń fẹ́ nìyí.
I pray that somebody here today,
mo gbàdúrà pé nìkan ní bíbélì.
your enemies will announce your glory.
ọ̀tá rẹ̀ yóò kéde ògo rẹ̀.
I said your enemies shall announce your glory.
ọ̀tá rẹ̀ yóò kéde ògo
I said your enemies shall announce your glory. In the name of Jesus. The same mouth
kan náà
told Jacob
tó sọ fún Jákọ́bù
that Joseph was dead.
pé Jósẹ́fù ti kú.
Was the same mouth
ẹnu kan náà
that announced the breakthrough of Joseph to Jacob.
ló wá kéde àlùyọ Jósẹ́fù fún Jákọ́bù.
That the boy we don't know was dead.
ṣé bàbá wa ọmọdékùnrin tí a sọ fún yín jọ sí kò kú o.
He has become prime minister in Egypt.
ó ti darí ìlú níjíptì.
Those who told Bartimaeus to shut up,
àwọn tó sọ fún bájúmẹ́wò àwọn tó dúpẹ́ kó dákẹ́.
they were those who announced his glory.
àwọn ló tún kéde ògo rẹ̀.
Your
àwọn ọ̀tá kéde ògo rẹ̀. ìdí rẹ̀
because of his primitive
nítorí ìgbàgbọ́ tó luko tó ní.
faith.
ìgbàgbọ́ tó luko.
That gentleman
obìnrin yẹn ìgbàgbọ́
insisted to the point of among the disciples.
ó tẹnu mọ́ ohun tó fẹ́ débi pé ó bí àwọn àpọ́sítélì nínú.
The apostle said, Master, send this woman away.
wọ́n ní ọ̀gá ẹrú obìnrin kó máa lọ.
She's crying out.
ìpele wa lórí káwọn tó ń yọba lẹ́nu.
But Jesus loves her.
ṣùgbọ́n Jésù dájú
But gave her a small examination.
wá ṣe ìdánwò kékeré fún un.
She passed.
ó sì yege.
Say, this is what you're asking me to do. Is children's bread.
ohun tó ní kí n ṣe fún ọyìn oúnjẹ àwọn ọmọ rìn.
We don't give children's bread to dogs.
a kì í gbóúnjẹ ọmọ bá jákẹ́.
I said, Pastor, it is very true. It's true.
ó ní ojú òtí náà lọ.
But the dogs
ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ajá náà
can eat all the crumbs that falls from the table.
máa jẹ ẹ̀rú tó bá bọ́ọ̀lẹ̀ ládùúrí
I'm
sẹ́bìlì.
not asking for the children's food.
èmi ò bèrè oúnjẹ àwọn ọmọ.
They come.
ẹ̀rú bẹ̀.
Jesus commended her.
yóò sì kàn sára sí i.
I've never found such a faith in Israel.
ní o máa rí ìgbàgbọ́ tó tó yìí rí ní Ísírẹ́lì.
Exemplary.
ìgbàgbọ́ tó tayọ.
David was outraged.
Dáfídì bínú
The giant who was blaspheming
pé ìran kan sọ̀rọ̀ òdì sí Ọlọ́run.
was outraged.
ó bínú.
All of them were at one front,
tó bá wà lójú ogun.
marching up and down,
wọ́n yan.
calling themselves soldiers.
wọ́n pèrè àwọn lólógun.
Left, right, left, right, left,
àbúrò
right. Attention, left, right.
lọ́gbọ́n ẹ̀rọ àbóòsì ọ̀tún.
It was easy to march up and down.
ó lọ́rùn láti máa yan.
It was easy to do morning order.
ó tó lọ láti máa kíbò sí lówùúrọ̀. ṣùgbọ́n ní
There is Goliath.
Gòláyátì rẹ̀ ń wájú.
And Goliath was boasting
Gòláyátì ọ̀hún sì ń bọ̀ lọ. ẹ fún mi ní ọkùnrin kan
to fight with you.
tí yóò bá mi jà.
man was doing it morning, evening for 40 days.
ogójì ọjọ́ Gòláyátì á sì jáde yóò ké pọ̀ sí i láàárọ̀ àti ìrọ̀lẹ́.
So twice a day.
wọ́n wá lẹ́ẹ̀mejì.
For 40 days.
ó ṣe fún ogójì ọjọ́.
That is, he made 80 approaches.
ó jáde nígbà ọgọ́rin.
It was at the 81st approach
tó di ìgbà ọ̀kànlélọ́gọ́rin.
that David appeared at the one
ni
for.
Dáfídì yọjú.
Amen. While we are waiting for Lagos, state this prayer loud and clear. Say, every secret enemy